was a man named Dracula.
He was a vampire
He slept all day.
and stalked all night.
He had a craving for
I'm going to do just a small preface here. I'm going to prepare you psychologically for the vast gulf between that and what we're about to hear. I think, okay. I keep forgetting to scoot my mic forward, and I think it's making me a little bit more quiet, because I use a desk mic that is 90 degrees from my face anyway. I personally find it, like, amazing to swap between Castlevania Perfect Selection and this, whatever it is, this very sad violin. We will not be at the main menu for long enough to go ham, but it goes pretty ham. I'm gonna give it a minute. There we go. That's it. That's the good shit. This is the real sounds of Dracula. Also known as Dr. Acula. Just having a nice time listening to this as I set this up. And just really enjoying, okay, but I'm gonna just mute this, and we're gonna listen to the Dracula song some more. Because that is the opening theme for this week. Let me fuck with my UI just a little bit more here. Excuse me, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. That's fine. I don't know a lot about this game. I'm excited to check it out. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little throat scratchy today. It looked, it was kind of one of those, I was looking at the Steam page for it, and it was like, all of the quotes they chose to describe it were, they tried super hard. So I didn't quite know what to think of it, but it seems really cool conceptually. I appreciate that we have taken a general stance in the game industry here of, like, changing easy mode to story mode, like, accessibility-wise. It's just nice to see, like, you could just do the story if you're tired, or if you've got some impediment that makes games hard to play, or whatever else is going on. We're gonna play normal. But character progression is faster if you kill citizens. Combat difficulty is linked to the number of citizens you kill. I noticed it does not say whether it becomes easier or harder. I assume combat is going to be harder because you are less progressed. Hard mode actually looks interesting. It says your power as a vampire is tied to the citizens you choose to embrace. Oh yeah, you're right, that's a good point. If you don't kill anyone in the other modes, I guess you get a special ending. We're maybe gonna go for that, because we're marshmallows here, honestly. Speaking of which, I was sitting at my loading screen, just vibing to the song and going, oh, I can make Billy Bat's wings flap. Which is not the most mature thing.
12 dreams.
But there's your marshmallow fact before we get serious.
Stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science.
This does sound like Urianger.
Vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand?
Damn!
What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Yeah, I thought that was, I thought it was gonna go into, like, the slow, spooky intro, and we got a dude just going in hard.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss.
See, I would have expected it to open on like this.
Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
And not like an impassioned madman's speech. This is me during every pre-stream. Oh, that camera's a little whippy. Let's not. Let's turn this down just a little bit. I still don't love it. Sorry, this might be ruining the drama of the moment a little bit, but here, this is more my speed. This is definitely one of those games where I feel awkward talking over it. I'm not going to let that stop me, but I mean that in a good way. But if I'm a little quiet, it's because it feels like I should be quiet. Just try to dodge the lightning, Ma, you'll be fine. We had a little bit of a storm here earlier. It didn't last for very long.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
This seems fine. Dr. Acula will not proceed beyond this point. He is overcome by this woman's juices. Oh, you could see all that blood in there. Hey, what up? What a juicy broad. Oh, I already feel really bad about this.
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Mary. Mary.
Jonathan, you fucked up. Now we can't get the special ending.
No. It's horrible. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me.
Jonathan, you got quite a run on you.
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Maybe this is just the technique.
No! Please!
Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
Maybe this was like the top running form in 1914.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Sword, kind of.
Kill that thing!
I'll make fun of his running posture a little bit, but,
Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
alright, we probably, does a hunter count as a citizen? I think no. I'm choosing to say no. I'm choosing to say he shot us. Civilian. Ah, shit. Well, whatever. I mean...
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Okay, you done fucked up. Nah.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna worry about it over much, I think. It's me in real life.
No, please, stop! Who are you? He's dead!
I did want to take a second to just...
What do you want?
There's a real tone setting to having your first obligatory vampire victim be someone who, through a filter, you can barely hear say, "Oh, thank God it's you, I'm so glad you're alive." That's a hell of a thing. I'm still kind of thinking about that.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any
Oh
sense.
boy, you had...
Shut up, beast! Who are you?
You had
What
so
is
much
this
time
all
to
about?
check.
What in God's sake? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
I kind of loved that burning effect on his arms. They also explicitly used leech, which is like World of Darkness hunter slang for vampires, so... I think this might actually just be a World of Darkness game. Which, like, not a complaint. Just, I did not realize.
Let me go!
I'm behind a door, you can't see me. Okay.
I need to find somewhere to hide. I need to find shelter. It's locked.
It's fucked up for them that they know I'm here. That's presumably also locked because it is red. Keep out! No,
Is
wait!
anybody
No,
there?
Jonathan! You need an invite!
What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Yeah, he didn't need an invitation, which is how you know it's abandoned here. That's vampire rules. That's V-law. Ooh, you had a face on ya.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. What you fancy to share the takings? I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give me
Oh,
the
I'm sad you're dead. Yes, these guys rule. Damn. Rip.
That's impossible.
I got +1 watch. I was already gonna make a joke a minute ago. I got interrupted by a cutscene where, no, don't drink rubbing alcohol, even if you're a vampire. Or do, I guess. I don't know. I'm not your mom. I could be your mom. I'm kind of your mom. Don't drink mommy's medical juice.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary!
Mommy's
Mary,
special medicine for
I'm sorry.
disinfecting injuries.
Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
You know, in any other context, I would kind of be like, hey, Jonathan, you're removing a lot of your personal responsibility for that vampire murder. But he's fine. I just feel bad for him. He's fine. You're okay, Jonathan. And also, I'm sorry. I feel like I hit the wrong hotkey. I think we're fine. Ooh. He's not responsible for becoming a vampire. It's kind of like a... Is it ethical to steal to save yourself if you're starving? It's that, but vampires and murder. It's ethical to drink anyone's blood if you really need it and are a vampire. Okay, for now, I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna read these for now, and if it ends up being a lot of text and bogging things down, I will probably stop. Okay, let me just prepare. Let me just... Yes, we got lore, and hi, R&R. Vampyr is really cool so far. Yeah, I was mentally preparing to do an accent. We'll see how that sounds. Okay, ready, go. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays of daylight. But it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen if, when the sun rises, its skin blackened in a few minutes, as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared beyond the horizon. I cut its head off to finally destroy it. And when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldridge, pre-win leader. I think that, that went into Australian a little bit here and there. I don't fucking know. Vampire Dundee. Thank you. Yeah, it wobbled. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Fun Chimera facts. When I was a couple of blobs of meat stitched together by threads hewn from unholy bones or whatever, when I was a small creature, I was in a production of Oliver, a local musical production, but at 4 years old, or 5 when you only sort of know what's going on. When you're old enough to learn a song, but not old enough to follow a narrative.
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. The child born from darkness must take
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
He tripped. Also, like, I assume most of the lore is going to be like, hey, here's some basic vampire facts in case you don't know things about vampires. Like, or some, like, Victorian London facts in case you don't know things about Victorian London. F in chat for Dr. Reed.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
Use the healing touch. Draw a star.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital.
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier.
Oh, shit! Sorry, I didn't expect Johnny to whip that line out. Holy shit.
No, it never got easy.
Ah. That's when he was young and full of blood, and now he's sad and old and empty of blood. That is just, I'm a healer, but... It looks like we could, like, upgrade. I guess I'm trying to figure out if there's an ammo system. He's not empty of blood, it's true. He has some sweet sister blood. And he did sort of look like he was going to kiss her in that cutscene. I keep getting... I don't want to say interrupted, because I'm super on board for all of this. Things keep happening while I'm trying to talk. See? Things are happening. Alright, this is a lot. This is a lot to do in a fake British accent, but the text is also a little small, so I feel like I should still read it. Yeah, there's like two... Okay, I'm gonna maybe give a summary. The accent doesn't make it, like, that much harder. We did the accent once. We'll do the accent for shorter things. Okay, we'll just do this regular style. 15th of October, bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I should go there and ask for some work? Becky needs medicine. Yeah, I'm probably not going to read every lore. 16th October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they're digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th of October. This is actually a lot, so I will probably summarize long things from now on. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. Me too, honestly. Those are the hottest things you can find in London. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but it's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for long. Becky threw up the meal I made a few hours after she ate. She's so frail now it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Where would you find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house and protect us from looters. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left the house a week ago, but Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die. She said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? Becky, what the fuck? 22nd of October. Becky just attacked me. What the fuck, Becky? She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I tried to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can... Whoa. Hi. It got mad at me. Okay. I think I took too long, and it just sort of decided I was idle.
This makes no sense.
Have some nice hot dogs.
No sense at all.
Maybe I could turn that off.
It's a nightmare.
Look, Becky was a vampire. We figured that one out. But I accidentally activated the cutscene on the bed while I was trying to get back to the thing I was reading. Yeah, we'll summarize from now on anyway. Or was she? Maybe Becky was just awesome. Oh, Johnny. Oh, John.
Rational thinking only.
That's also how I go to bed every night. It doesn't help as much as you'd think. Game over. I was not actually supposed to shoot. Jonathan, you bled out all your Mary blood. Now you need to find more. Jonathan, come on. From certain angles, mostly from straight on, he looks like a Chad meme.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is.
Jonathan, did you bleed the bed again?
Obtains blood in sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Evolution. Shit. Okay, you can drain your blood meter to heal damage instantly. Oh, damn, okay. There's like a lot more to this game than I sort of expected. I kind of got the impression it was going to be like a 6-hour narrative experience, and it seems to be a big thing. Oh, I like it when games do this, when you get to hold the button down. I don't know why. There's just a real visceral vibe to it. Aggressive. Damn! No, the old blood spear. Or blood mines. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. If you use your claws, you will see humans differently, like soft and tender meat. Yeah, the Steam page made it look like a walking sim kind of deal. Like, not quite walking sim, but... Okay, but like the exploding shadow mines seem like they kick ass. I don't know, we'll see if we get any use out of that, but I'm there for it. Like, that sounds badass. And I'm all for, like, clawing things up, but I'm really more of a punching or knives person. Yeah, GoldenEye proxy mines only.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
That makes... I could absolutely see where this would be similar to really any Sherlock Holmes games. I haven't played those Sherlock games in particular, but... Someone's knocking. Can we just pretend this is our house and that things are cool? Oh, a Lovecraft Sherlock game sounds neat.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
I guess. Yeah, the body got up and left, which isn't great.
Here!
Oh, okay. That's not what I expected to happen there. Alright, cool.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
I cannot enter.
Fucking beast!
It's locked.
I wouldn't say clever fucking beast. Yeah, Jonathan suddenly realized he could bamf and simply did that. I'm just looking around. I'm gonna be doing this a lot. Like, you know how it is. Oh, nice. I guess we'll probably want stakes for evil or worse vampires.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
Okay, stakes an offhand weapon. We can use it to stun. Okay, okay. Give him the chompies.
There's a strength. A strength I never knew I had.
Oh, that mine goes off fast. That's pretty cool. All right. Do we plunge attack? Yeah, kinda.
This shouldn't be possible.
I just wanna get some chompies in on someone so I can actually try that skill out properly. Oh, I got stamina. He is stabbing me.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Okay. You can't shoot me from behind this pole. Yeah, there is a lock-on button, you're right. This looks like it might be a game that's a little easier to play on controller. I just kind of assumed mouse and keyboard.
Body.
Oh, hi. I'm still kind of feeling out what stun state actually lets me bite. Okay, it seems like I think I'm just tying with them sometimes and I need to not. Or they probably have like a... Okay, you gotta deplete the white meter. I got it now. Yeah. There's like 17 billion gauges on the screen.
My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Human enough. Yeah, that makes sense. You can't just, like, chain stun someone and suck all of their bloods. Okay, I probably could have hypothetically used this tactically. You probably get bonus blood for kill shots. That also makes sense. District status stable. That's an interesting idea. London become Vampyr. Fucking fantastic. Show me shiny thing. Shiny wall thing. Where's shiny wall thing? Where is? London opinion, you. Who's absent? Ah, so it is. Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine area without written of the local health authority. An authorized employee shall destroy or remove this card. Violating this fines. It seems fine. Seems like we're good. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. It seems like it's an unrelated plague to the vampirism, but...
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Alright, rifling through pockets, getting $10.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, it's the Spanish flu, it's 1918. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, we got these little rat-shaped blood packs running around, so that's nice. A war, then a plague, then vampos. It's the classic VTM Bloodlines move, eat a rat.
Dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
I don't need to eat every rat. I do slightly want to eat every rat. This whole experience is actually quite good.
What will London have to say to me?
Why are we bing-bonging? Oh no. What will London have to say to me? That seems to be die leech so far. That seems to be a pretty strong sentiment. Yay, more shillings.
I've so many questions unanswered.
This is really putting me in a Call of Cthulhu, I hate saying that word. It's really putting me in that place. I've had another Cthulhu game holstered since I finished Dark Corners of the Earth, which was like 2 years ago, like 1 or 2 months into actually streaming, like at all, like voice only. I've had another one in the holster since then.
Another corpse.
And I'm kind of thinking like maybe I should boot that up.
The very streets of London become a mausoleum.
Oh, nice. Is he gonna move? You look like you're gonna move. Yeah, Humble Bundle makes sense. You look...
The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Oh, geez.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
But there's another juice puddle over here, though. Literally treasure box. It's full of aluminum shards and grease. Truly the treasure of London.
This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked, all right.
Still locked. I did everything I could. Just like, okay, just making sure. I found 5 Londonian vampire dollars. It's bizarre to me to see shillings used in a serious context. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, that was a regular currency. That was a normal thing. Ah, they're crypto. You know, like from a crypt.
It's locked, all right. Where has everyone gone? There is no one in sight.
It's saying follow the killer's trail, but I feel like Jonathan has ADD, ADHD, and I just want to play in character, and it's not me at all. What was the whole thing with that Call of Cthulhu game? Ooh, bam. Oh. Neat. Okay, cool. Alright, that makes sense. We do not have nearly enough supplies to actually do any treatments. We could switch to this gun at some point. I may do that. It looks handy. It looks useful, having a gun. I don't really have enough anything to do anything, though. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, we just have limited ammo and we can refill here. That makes sense, too. I don't believe I had the parts to upgrade my machete, but maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I don't have the... I need more common handle parts and some lead plates. And honestly, when I see those big boxes full of possibilities, I hesitate to spend parts on anything yet. But, you know, with my dead inside... Okay, fair enough. I assume that literally means there are corpses in here, and they have the Spanish flu, but, you know... Yeah, you just hang out in plague houses.
A little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
I didn't really expect to just,
I think I'm losing my mind.
to suddenly be engaging with people.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
We kind of got a loading
Oh,
screen
God,
happening
sir,
here.
you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
You seem alright,
Aren't
Tom.
you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Yeah, same!
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I'm sorry, your hot
Who
dogs
is
aren't
this man?
cooking.
What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody who's always writing or reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Thanks, Dyson. You're a ray of sunshine.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
I thought we
This
weren't
is
supposed to do
important,
that.
sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Sewer dog?
Who is this sewer?
Oh, fuck!
It's a local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades.
Shitty old Jack.
You murdered someone. Blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Words to live by. Inspirational.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
There's a little sewer dog in all of us. Can I just go back here? Are you gonna get mad? Just wanted to...
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Ah, Dyson.
Them wet boot boys get what's coming to them. Hello, sir. Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around
We're just
here?
gonna ignore that and
Where is
carry
everyone?
on.
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed.
The ancients! Tell us
And now
more
he's
about
killing
the
in the
legend of
streets.
the British ancients.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought
Yeah,
we'd
sewer
seen the
dog
last
is
of it.
really good.
Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
I feel like
Are
we
you
did
always
not
open
ask,
this late
yeah.
at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Yeah, he's got LA Noir mood swings. Sorry, I was gonna say murder swings. Murd swings.
I
And
just want
maybe,
to talk.
maybe.
I didn't mean to scare you.
We've got a
I'm
lot
not
of
afraid,
potential.
sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean...
I
best check
actually,
on
I
you.
want to play LA Noir. I've never gotten it, like, working successfully because Rockstar.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
I really love the way Sabrina's kind of wiggling and swaying all the time. Like, you can tell she doesn't want to be in this conversation.
Are they stupid or something?
She's being very nice about it.
Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
Yeah, I guess there is still a lot of blood on that shirt,
They're
too.
sufficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require the...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
He brandished that crucifix with more intensity than I've seen in anything ever, and I'm way into
That's
it.
something I can do for you.
Well, why didn't you just say so?
And who might you be?
The one singular fact that we have about Homeboy is his blood quality. We can just look at a man and tell how delicious he is, and that's our one move. Sorry, I need a second. Oh, God. I'm gonna take a little drink of water, too. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't expect you to hit the details button and just immediately get name, blood quality. He's worth 6,000 vampire points. If you happen to want to drink him. And I guess mesmerize difficulty level if you want to mind control him and then drink him. It makes sense we've got genuine health status because we are a doctor and that is a major mechanic. Yeah, I think this is specifically citizens, so you get the good ending for not killing anyone important. And that's you know, I think generally you wouldn't do that unless you're a real fun haver. And I'm not, I hate fun. I'm gonna go with I don't know, because bewildered seems to be Jonathan's prevailing mood.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree.
Human resources.
So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting me. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone with molesting
the calling
first.
card of a vampire. Like you.
Okay, but like, all of these answers are good. I'm kind of tempted to just go in the nah. I'm having a delusion from drinking a lot of blood. I'm having a blood delusion right now.
You can't be serious. I'm not a... No. I can't be a vampire.
I'll bully Dr. Reed a little bit.
This is very real. You are a vampire.
No.
Then
no!
if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I really appreciate Eddie here and how chill he is about all this. He pretty much seems to understand how to handle vampires.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Yeah, Dr. Gaslight.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
Counterpoint, you asked
I
politely.
followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Sorry, this is maybe not actually funny. I saw yes and no. Maybe? I don't want to jerk Dr. Swansea around. He seems cool.
His voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
A lot of the dialogue options currently are, how much do I want to sound vengeful or lamenting? How sad and confused am I right now? And I'm on board for that.
I don't know yet.
Did not have a
And
plan.
I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Yeah, instead of Paragon and Renegade, it's sad and confused.
Go hunt your shadow.
Can I have the stuff from inside your drawer? Is it cool? I think it's cool. Thanks for the $5. Can I borrow your 5 shillings? Oh, I see. Yeah, we get we just got a good look at everyone's blood quality and health. That's I really appreciate that we have Doctor Vision. We can immediately deduce somebody's medical problem. I actually really love that. I appreciate it both.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I appreciate it because it adds a function if you want to play Renegade Vampire or Eat Everyone Vampire. I don't know which of those counts as Renegade, I guess. But it adds a function to Vampire Vision and looking at people if you want to be chill and just be a doctor. And I really, really like that. Hey, what's up with the
Evening,
footprints?
sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Pathologic.
If you must.
You're thinking of Pathologic again.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam.
That's
Please,
a super
tell me
normal
what's
thing
going
to
on.
say to someone.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried.
You
It was
smell of
terrible.
fear in mid-blood.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
That's gotta be genuinely really horrifying coming off of a huge pandemic.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Oh, I just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone related to them. Interesting. Okay. We're just gonna, like... We're gonna vampire fix everyone's social and physical problems. Oh, I see. I get it. I love that notion. If we treat Dyson's fatigue, his blood becomes higher quality. We can fucking raise these people to be better blood cows for us. That's a really fun dynamic.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Oh shit.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
I leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend.
Oh fuck, we used vampire powers
tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Shit, that's cool.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
My vampire sex beams.
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I hope I live long enough to see them wet blue boys get what's coming to them.
God, I feel you about the huge immediate queue of games, though. I get that.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit.
Alright, okay. District status stable.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
I appreciate you could just press the V button to turn on the drama filter, too. Oh, you're playing Radiant Historian? Nice! I've meant to get back to that myself. I've thought about streaming it. Because I also got, like, halfway through it, and it seemed really, really cool. I just kind of fell off of it. Which, contextually, for probably everyone else who doesn't know about Radiant Historia, it's an RPG, and the idea is you're jumping between two different timelines, finding things in one to adjust things in the other. Finding, learning, whatever.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
He looks like he's making a sad pogger's face.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
Object of the note, multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. We don't have a lot of hunters here. And there's a frenzied vampire hunting every night.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
I was gonna say, are we just gonna swim across? Are you a strong swimmer? But I forgot we could just fucking teleport. I'm just making sure there's nothing else on the docks here. I admit I didn't really understand the appeal of a Steam Deck. It sort of just seems like, I don't know, it's probably more useful when you go more places than I do. It seems like it's not that different from just like a tablet. I fucked it up. Sorry. Fucked it up. Sorry. Oh, nope. I killed him. I couldn't take his juice. It's a Switch, but for PC. That basically makes sense. Also, it runs Switch games better than the Switch. That also makes sense. Oh. Okay, we've learned a lot, I guess. They've got different forms of resistance. This guy, fine with being shot.
Cold. There's nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever known a cunt to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember.
Yeah, he's way into being shot. He just thinks being shot whips ass. Hi, I did not even really notice you here. And now nobody else will either. Okay, ranged weapons are also offhand weapons. That pretty much makes sense. I did see the stun rating on that revolver, so that, I had a feeling. Okay, our prize up here was a small amount of experience and a shotgun shell. We do not have a shotgun. And it would not do us any good against this man who loves being shot. I really love you could use vampire vision to identify enemies like this through walls, too. I'm leaning over here to the side like I can see around that fucking barrier a little better. I can't quite tell spatially where you are. Alright, well, you're a gunner, so you go down first. You also... your name isn't even Gunner. Why do you have a gun? That's not brawling. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that one. Yeah, that worked pretty good. We got a lead rod. Or a lead rod. The one at the front.
Last warning, sir!
No, I wanted to drink. Oh well. That worked fine. I'm actually arguably in a better position. Oh, no. Oh, you caught me. I should play Devil May Cry some more. I fell off that a little bit just from kind of doing the first 3 games in a row. So one thing I don't love about the mouse and keyboard controls, shifting lock-on target is moving your mouse in a direction. Which is a thing that you just do when you're trying to move the camera. And tends to lead to situations like that. Give me some of your juice. Use a little blood to recover most of my health. With a real Code Vein kind of animation. Okay, okay. I'm not going to read more stuff out loud, I'm just going to summarize. Rookies believe that vampires can be easily killed at night, or killed during the day because they can't go out, but actually to set traps. They're very smart. Going into their sanctuaries is a bad idea. They're actually more vulnerable when they go out to hunt. And I guess we can learn a lot of things from the war in France. I should stream Code Vein. It's kind of in that funny spot where I played it a bunch, but it's been a long time. So I can't tell if it would be good or bad, basically. I'm also, like... I also do not claim to be any good at that kind of Dark Souls-y action game. Yeah, why can't we have flamethrowers? I want flamethrowers. A vampire with flamethrowers is an invincible vampire. Right, let's get back on track by following a blood trail. I like having a button that tells me where to go because I'm stupid.
I cannot enter.
Because I am a dipshit. Alternatively, I am following this trail backwards, and I am a dipshit. Oh well. I just did too many... I did too much killing and it turned me around. I'm too good at video games, honestly, and it ended up being an impediment. You seem to have a misconception about why I killed people. Oh, hi, okay. We were just gonna do that instead of examining this fire. You seem to think I'm killing people for a reason. Unfortunately, I'm playing video games. Pew. Keep out. I really like the idea of marking all hideouts with that big keep out thing. Like, just the idea of hiding in plague houses, basically. And with rats. It's our birthday every day. Blood and ice cream is on its way. I don't think we have anything cool we can upgrade anything with. Because, like, I'm pretty on board with the machete, but... Okay, we can actually upgrade this, and I'm gonna do so for now. Cool, we got a better machete. It is no longer a shitty poop shetty. Oh, we could get some bite powers. I'm there for that. Okay, these are both really nice. I might grab these both. We can bite harder and harder. We can get that 1400% damage bite. I'm currently more invested in the regeneration from it. I'm gonna focus on biting right now, because I feel like hitting things with a machete is currently a pretty perfectly good combat strategy. Also, just one moment. No, I just want to confirm. Okay. I often feel kind of intimidated by anything with really systems like this. I feel like I'll always pick the wrong thing. I've complained about that before. I think that's just trauma from other game systems sometimes. Like, when it's something that just affects a core system aspect somehow that you use all the time, I generally feel pretty good about it. But when it's like, you can pick up this power that... For example, our cool shadow mines, I think they're neat. But it's like, this could be really good, or it could be shit, and I just spent like 600 points on it that could have gone toward hit that guy more. And I have the same issue with tabletops because it's really...
Fresh blood.
Oh.
The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Yeah, I have the same issue sometimes with tabletops, and we've advanced in tabletop technology for it to become a bit less adversarial, a bit friendlier. So, like, it's fine, but... What guy had a weapon stuck in him? I just see a lot of bones. Oh, that guy. Okay. Apparently, he just had a lead rod stuck in him. I'm gonna be honest, this is all brown and gray. It's all brown and gray, and if I'm looking at where I'm going, I don't see a flashing thing on the other side of the screen. It's not bad brown and gray, it's artistically directed well, but...
Oh my god, William.
See, this is a weapon! It's a scythe! It's a scythe with a parry mechanic attached. Let's give it a try. I did not look at how to equip different things. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. Oh, I think it's like they're... GT doesn't seem to do things. I'm gonna real quick just look this up in the menu. Right, that doesn't help. Keybinds. Yeah, I'll just mash T a bunch. It's Z and C, you know, like it was shown on the screen. It's also not doing anything. I'm just gonna, maybe you can only do it at the hideout or something? D-pad doesn't help me. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Not again. William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, he made a noise. He's got all the punching strength and power of a drunk dude. Oh, that was a good jump, though. It shows his resistances down at the bottom too, which is nice. Oh, we got our stamina a little low. Ow, quit it. I love his, like, double slash combo ender. Oh, cool. Hit me up. Hit me up with the equipment lore.
William, please, stop.
Hey, you still seem alive.
William
Oh, it's the
was
character
more than-
screen. Okay.
I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Damn! Oh, she teleported even better than we do. What do we do that? I want to leave scenes like that.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Oh, Dr.
Patience, good fellows,
Swansea.
I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful
He had this
place.
moment of this Johnny Depp, like, Jack Sparrow
William was not
movement.
the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
Please just let me have a boat ride with just a tarp over Jonathan the entire
William.
time.
I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Right, I'm gonna find this mysterious character screen. As soon as I remember what... there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, we could have had a used bludgeon this whole time. We could have had we could have had a nail bat. Okay. I think we just got the used bludgeon. Look, we're gonna hit people with the bat. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna see how that shakes out when we're gonna hide out next.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be
Oh, we got a blood sample.
some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the
Oh
blood.
fuck, we have to go do blood science. Can we go now? Okay, good. Because this feels like, yeah, okay, okay. Having a nice gentleman's boat ride. Boating with the boys.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
Oh, we're an esteemed blood specialist.
That word again.
A sanguinologist.
Man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed.
Sean's just vibing
Take a
over there.
moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
I really didn't think we'd get a job offer.
It seems I have little choice.
I'd like a regular
Yours
job.
is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You truly have become Dr. Acula. Turns out the prologue was like a minigame. The rest of this is just Trauma Center. Vampyr the Surgery.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
It's fine. It's 1918. They don't know what shock actually is.
Patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore.
He has the vapors from having his
I'll
blood
make a new
drained.
rotor in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy.
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Good for you, Dorothy, with that. That's nice.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Dr. Swansea's great. Let's take a look at our nice outfit now.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Damn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I'll kill you! I'll get your ass! Alright, I'm glad we just have a medical checkup, bud.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yabbering?
That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan.
Yeah, I think he noticed his nasty wound, Jonathan.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Well, now it's sexy again. Okay, that's fascinating. The more you know about somebody, the more you get when you embrace them. That's fascinating. I don't think this rude boy should be a vampo.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Jonathan's better than that. He is a doctor, and Clay should probably still be at a hospital, though. You gonna come with?
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
What happened? Did I black out?
Yeah.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
That's the blood loss.
What?
Okay.
What happened?
I think we're just gonna assume Clay will get there eventually. It said he was healthy. He's probably fine.
Doctor, where have you been?
I did talk to him. He repeated his dialogue.
Members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Okay, we have people for this because we work at a hospital now.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Oh, you got real strong blood in you, too. You just got... It's not as good as Swansea's extremely strong blood.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Let's go with that.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Damn.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Alright, cool. We have an office. I didn't think we'd ever have an office, honestly. It was kind of a lot of, try not to die on the streets.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Cool, the ambulance driver is also a weapons dealer.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Wow.
It sounds like
London
things have
sucks.
been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Damn.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Alright, against more, or not against exactly. With more cooperative people, we do just have a medical checkup button. And there's the memorize button, or the mesmerize button right over there. Alright.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance...
Okay.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Can't really argue with that. London sucks. Oh, we need to be like friends.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
A lot of these are parts of guns. Milton's shotgun, 296 damage. Alright, that's fair. I wouldn't say I'm looking to buy anything yet. I'm a little tempted to clean out these parts as much as I can. Also, nice. Nice! There's no candy hidden back here. Is there medical candy in here? No. I'm eager to start getting, like, actual medical supplies so I can start treating people. And now I have. From the hospital I work at. Which I think is a neutral action. Because it's vigilante doctorism, but it is stealing from a hospital that needs those supplies?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique.
Yeah, you can call it
Dr.
that.
Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
You are full of quality.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Now, historically, when I encounter an invisible enemy, I simply punch and kick at all times in all directions around me, and if they approach, they're instantly defeated.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Yeah, like a llama, exactly.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tickets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair
We're
to
a
say
doctor
he's
now. I
always
mean, we
pushing
were a
himself
doctor
to the
before, but now
limits.
we're legally a
He
surgeon
just
again,
doesn't
and that's
know
what you
when to
missed.
stop and get some rest.
Cool. We have learned
Nurse Brannigan,
hot
if
tips
you do
about
know
Dr.
something,
Tickles.
Please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Gwyneth, you're alright. You're good people. I do not know about you
Goodbye, nurse.
enough
Call me
to
if you
inquire
need
personally, and that's okay.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
I remember you from American McGee's
Good evening,
Alice.
miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Or at least Madness Returns.
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
I like you, Thelma.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see.
Thelma rules!
Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty. immortality, mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must
A
be
ghost, a
patient
ghoul,
here.
or perhaps
Am I
a
right,
goblin.
Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these
Turn into a
enemies?
fog.
Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Fascinating.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay, but what if she's actually a vampire, though? Like, what if she's 100% playing it straight and knowing that if she does it loud enough and upfront enough, nobody will believe it? Like, that's what I want this to turn out to be. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Do not cough in public. I assume he would be able to tell. She does appear to be full of blood.
Good evening, nurse.
She might just be more powerful
I don't
than
think we've been
Jonathan.
introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr.
Pippa
Jonathan
Hawkins.
Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Give me,
Do you need
give me
medical
medical
help
information,
yourself,
Pip.
nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Do you have exhaustion, Pippa? You seem to be okay. You also seem to have more secrets than average.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
I could easily believe that vampires have developed a way to fake their blood pumping.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
I'm sure the vampire fake blood pumping also works on penises, because World of Darkness is super horny. Of course it does. Obviously it does.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
This is a tough one. Yeah, thank you. Gotta get a boner with a Y. This is tough. I'm gonna...
I
Come
don't
on.
like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on
We're
a
finding
daily
out a Milton
basis?
fact?
Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Fascinating.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Personal questions, I assume hit required. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
What's your deal?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here.
Yes, a milfact.
Am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
For somebody who had a forcible facial reconstruction surgery from the war, you actually look like you're doing all right.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Now, according to all of my vampire powers, you seem fine aside from the obvious.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I
Okay, stop that.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Interesting.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful.
Are we gonna help them hook up?
Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You're all right,
you do
Thomas.
Realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
There's a certain level, when I'm playing a game like this and I get to talk to everyone text-heavy sections like this, I really wonder if it's like,
At least that
it's a real, is this a good streaming idea question. It's a lot of very... This is a lot of the game talking and a lot of me not stabbing anybody, but I'm having a good time.
Blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
That seems not great. This is kind of just making me think of Eternal Darkness a little bit. Because there is a period where you play as a World War I soldier.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh, we don't need more from Dorothy. I don't think we need more from Dorothy.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd.
Oh, it's Waverly Ackroyd.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Damn!
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Damn.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time, his enthusiasm has become displaced.
He kind of seems like the type.
Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
Oh.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Oh, he's a trepanation kind of dude. Word, I get it. I understand.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Oh, he's got a little bit of a point, and I appreciate that. I really like all of this writing.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
I like you. You are a straight shooter.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Yes, there are medical supplies in this cabinet. It belongs to me now. We need those glass vials.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bone.
Basically, same thing.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky.
Harvey's chill. It does not seem like mechanically fucked up arm is a thing I can cure. I can mesmerize him and deplete his blood, or make him a vampire, which arguably might solve some of his problems. I think maybe,
Goodbye
we're not going to do that. But
I'll see you later.
You just take a little sippy sip during surgery. Looks like blood vision does not do a lot for us, but it does help to distinguish NPCs that are in similar outfits.
Good evening, Doctor.
Clean beds, good for them.
I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I
This
could
guy
not
just sort
dare
of
to
looks like the
believe I'd
medic.
have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I'm a little worried to hear about those experiments,
I based my
dog.
technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental. And
Yeah, he's on the
unsuccessful.
bleeding edge of progress.
Cautious
Thank
and
you.
methodical. You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me. But I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this
Oh,
epidemic.
hey, that's a dialogue option I had.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn.
This is not going
I'll be
anywhere
glad
good,
to
though,
help
right? That's not just me, right?
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a
Yeah.
rare and precious attitude in these.
Yeah, I think that explains,
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Yeah, we do want some eccentrics who are deeply interested in the subject to push the boundaries of knowledge. But this does sort of seem like the two extremes of this viewpoint.
Do you need help with anything
Vis-a-vis,
particular?
blood
Well,
transfusing.
Yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Yeah, hiring two extremes does seem like something Swansea would just do. Like, that makes a lot of sense, honestly.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded.
We
Dr.
didn't need to
Swansea
ask
taught
that
me
question in a
science is
spooky
about
way. That was a
exploring
regular
uncharted
question.
territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new
Again, you
medical
didn't need to
techniques.
say that in a
Harvey
spooky
Fiddick
way.
is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings, with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
I think it's really neat that this is kind of a historically accurate medical conflict. Just the notion that around this time it was the first real circulation of blood transfusions as a technique.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I did not know that. I don't know things about history, so that's neat. And there is kind of a vibe that Strickland's right, but like, I'm still sort of expecting to hear about a real cool evil lab that he's doing all of his stuff in. I kind of want to follow up on this drama, so I wanted to talk to Ackroyd first. I'm sorry, I'm super invested in this hospital drama now.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
There we go.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Reed's anatomy,
Harvey
thank
Fiddick
you.
needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
It's really hard to talk around this without having a better idea of what the surgery even is, what the affliction
And
is,
are you
rather.
not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Maybe somebody should tell me what that is.
I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Yeah, it looks like he just has a broken arm, but apparently he lied about it. And, apparently there is some concern about how to do the procedure. It might just be a pretty severe fracture or something. It looked like it was bandaged rather than, like, in a cast. Where are you at? Where are you at? There, yeah. I really love the NPC identifier
Good
vision.
evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Can we get a little bit
Tell
more
me
info?
about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
I thought, like, I don't know, part of a house collapsed on her or something. Not like she got caught in a German bomb raid.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
Yeah, bombs
1915.
collapsed on her.
I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
That's horrifying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, this is a
So
good time
many
for spooky
died
voice.
during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
So can I...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll
Okay,
see you later.
what's wrong with your arm still? Nobody will tell me. Nobody will tell me exactly what happened with your arm. Like, you can see him kind of moving his wrist during his idle animations, but I don't know if that's just video game shit or, like... Yeah, we'll just check in real quick and see if we can find some more arm lore.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Yeah, my assumption is it's just a really, really bad fracture and they do need to, like, cut it open and remove bone fragments.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
And, like, yeah, I can see where a blood transfusion would be potentially a part of that procedure.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
And it seems like Dr. Aykroyd just kind of has the idea that, like,
Thank you for your time.
putting one person's blood in another person might just give them blood problems. Which is, you know, sort of true. We don't really... I at least... I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed. I at least don't know where that technology is exactly at this point in history. I imagine it's still pretty fresh, pretty new.
It's locked.
Like all of the blood in these people here? Hey, sorry?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening.
Did you know
Goodbye
there's just a huge secret puddle here? I've got investigate citizens' actions, and I don't know what
Good evening. Good
evening,
it wants from me there.
Goodbye for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try going outside.
may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London.
Oh, I had a mill fact to check in on too.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What's also been on my mind through all of this is like, you could do some really horrible, predatory, evil vampire shit with all this.
Why do you have
which
such
also...
a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, no, not super
Goodbye,
surprised. It sounds like being a early 20th century ambulance operator is horrible. It sounds like you see all of the worst medical things that can happen.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Okay, Harry Potter. Alright, Daniel Radcliffe. That's me. Daniel Radcliffe's cool. He deserves to be known as Weird Al Yankovic instead at this point. Can we go inside this door now? Is this door open? It's just open now. Okay.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
You do seem to have adequate blood quality.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Cool.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming.
Alright, have fun with movie night.
I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Sorry, I read this as she charged you, I share your stupor, and back, as in backpedal out of this fucking subject.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown
Your
in
son
jail.
wished to die!
I can't let that happen.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension.
Yeah, it's only a crime if
Not
you fuck it up,
judgment and
Mortimer.
punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Also, that's one of the dumbest fucking laws. I occasionally remember that's a thing,
Goodbye,
and
Mrs. Goswick.
It's succeed in killing yourself or go to jail? Like, that's mortifying. That's disgusting.
I'm Dr. Reed.
We're not going to dwell on
Can I
that
help
more
you?
than
No,
this
really?
context here.
Why are you
But
here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
we're going to keep making you talk.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Aw. We do not have treatments for fatigue, but
I will see you later.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Very valid.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Alright. Oh, it's exactly the person I wanted
What
to
can I
talk
do
to.
for you, Doctor?
Oop. I thought we got something for Dorothy for charging that room.
Thank you, Nurse Craig.
Blundering idiot.
Oh. We missed a doctor. He's outside. Just scanning around for other people.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, hornbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Tell me more.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof.
Rakesh
No
is
soul,
chill.
no. All gone.
I love him.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war,
yeah,
I
this
learned
game is
to
very
face
good.
my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Relieved of her blood!
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe.
Rude.
Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
You don't need to threaten him.
I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're
What
a
a
wise
dude.
man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am
Putting
a
the
foolish
Chad
man,
in Chidana.
but I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
These are drugs. Damn. Shit, I'm $1 short. I'm $1 short of the secret formula. Your city needs you. Yeah, I need to get the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Enter. Plain and cold medical bench, sir. understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that...
Oh, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard! There's stuff in there and I want it, though. Can I just come in here? Can I just do this? No, okay. That's fair. I'll give you that one. Oh, but we can rob these corpses. Oh, a crumpled letter. Okay, trading money for beds at the hospital is not apparently quite as unusual as we have been led to believe. And apparently this is arranged by Milton reasonably often. Yes, $5! We can buy the secret formula! It's what I really wanted. Oh, you have stuff in it. I also really want that.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
He's got this nice little ooh-woo tone to that.
It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
Damn, I'm gonna leave. He rules, but like, this place is a big bummer. Oh, there we go, that's where we're... Crumpled letter. We've got like a billion little side quests. Oh, we're in Whitechapel. That's not gonna end well. Let's just leave Whitechapel for now. Whitechapel can be a big problem for big later. It's like I'm really playing Star Rail. Public notice. Do not spit, drink from your own cup, cover your mouth, avoid crowds. Oh, instructions for making a flu mask. Good. Which crate are we talking about? By the side of the truck. This crate. Perhaps. The truck has 4 sides and 8 awesome angles. It's okay. Boxes are always lying. Probably just caught a reflection. Small bottle. Whoop, whoop, caught on a door. I looked away for a second. Alright, I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna start actually tracking down these side quests instead of just doing shit at random. Okay, this appears to be the garden back here. Or that's pointing me to my office up on the second floor, which seems more likely. I'm just gonna do that for now, and maybe I'll stumble upon these side quests at some other point as I'm doing other things in the district. Yeah, you know. Day 15 of me pointing out that I can't navigate for shit in anything ever. I found the stairs briefly, and I left to do something else. And that was clearly a mistake. Oh, Sean, let's see how Sean's doing.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Yes, those two things are exactly the same.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no.
So I guess
I've
Clay
had this
Cox was the
nickname
gang
for so
leader.
long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
So, couple observations. We cannot give this man a medical checkup. We cannot look at his... other details. We cannot mesmerize him. His social circle is the docks, which is interesting.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
And I feel a certain
We'll talk again
ominousness
later.
to his claim that he feels empty. I'm kind of feeling like,
Disgust on every street corner.
I feel like Sean isn't gonna have a great night. Nurses are needed now. In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Oops, someone's a vampire now. Oh, we have another topic to discuss with Milton, and then finally we will move on.
If only there were more of them.
Oh, we haven't actually talked to Dr. Tippett yet. We'll get to him in a second.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
Goodbye, Milton.
I guess we don't really have anything to say to that.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before.
Dorothy?
At the Rockefeller University
That's not Dorothy.
in New York.
Dr. Tippett,
carry on,
yes,
I guess.
I remember. I was assisting Professor
Uh,
Carell in his research about coronary
Hey,
bypasses.
you did it. You got
I
there.
had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Doctors can't get sick. It's illegal. Gwyneth, yes, that's her name.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Oh, one moment. I had a cough and I thought I would actually mute my mic this time, because it's not the best sound in the world. I mean, I guess it's not the worst. There's probably, like, somebody who's into that.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are...
Some are really good!
But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Someone's got a crush!
If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about...
And outdated opinions on gender
I don't always
roles.
agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
That is true. Saying if she were a man, she'd do a great job is a progressive opinion in 1918 London.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Dr. Tippett's kicks ass.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Speaking of Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, we're finally gonna use those stairs? We're gonna climb the shit out of those stairs. Just give it a look around. We did it! We made it up the stairs, successfully navigated to and up the stairs. Only took us about 90 minutes. I'm gonna keep looking around. I'm gonna take a used hacksaw. Fuck yes, new weapon, new weapon. Oh, we can... Damn, we gotta shoot for the perfect hacksaw. T. Elwood's medical file. Thomas Elwood. Status convalescence. A patient's face heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Could be nurse... could be nerve damage. Could be nurse damage. Could be nerve damage. Could be deep psychological issues. Well, now we're just gathering more cool facts about various patients. And now we have a bottle of cheap gin. Which is the real medical juice. Dr. Reed, this is actually our office.
It's locked, all right.
We're not done stealing from our employer. I'm keeping the location of our office safe in my mental mind. I am retaining the location of our office relative to where we are. We will not have trouble navigating back to it. And yeah, PTSD seems like an extremely likely diagnosis. I feel like in this hospital, in this situation, in a real-world situation, probably not. I feel like it's kind of a big, shitty free-for-all as we just try to make sure everyone is alive still.
This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Feel like I walked in on something. Oh well.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave.
Yeah, I'm glad we can get a good look at his face.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Oh, hit failed. Fascinating. Okay, wow, you can just fuck up. That would matter a lot more if we were concerned about his blood quality. But...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn, I feel bad about that. Alright. As I have retained the location of our office, I am having no trouble navigating back to it. I got the impression that the Y marks led to actual choices. I was kind of trying to take those a little seriously for that reason.
It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
I was gonna say, it's not great the bed is right by a window, but it is a mirror. Mirror is fine. Analyze the formula. Oh, I see. We've genuinely learned new medical techniques. The thing we're really missing is Quinn, it looks like. The font's actually a little too small for me to read very well, but... These are kind of treated as varying severities of the same thing. Got level 1 fatigue, level 2 fatigue, level 3 fatigue, which is sepsis? I guess? Okay, and we've got headache, migraine, and neuralgia at the end there. But yeah, I'm certainly interested in getting some fatigue treatment since we've seen people with that, but we do not have actual access to the medical supplies yet. Analyze. Oh, we can make potions now. Watery, sturdy blood sample.
William Bishop's blood is
My
much more
favorite map
unstable
from
than
Dot
human
Hack.
blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
You know, in retrospect, we did have an office that does have medical supplies in it. I think that is a pretty clear demarcation of whose medical supplies are whose. I think that's kind of why we have offices. I think in retrospect, we did do a bunch of stealing. Article on Ekans. Did you know that Ekans is just Snoke spelled backwards? Okay. Econ, or Ekin, is apparently a word some vampires use to describe themselves. It is apparently a vampire word. They have supernatural speed, they have celerity. They have the keenest senses, the hottest nerves. They can hit any baseball. Okay, so our BAMF seems to be less teleporting, just supernatural speed expressed in cool little shadow clouds. So we teleported over some of the canal earlier, which I guess is like running on the water, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Mesmerism is pretty Pretty straightforward. Apparently, the harder you try to resist, the more permanent the damage will be. And it could be used to alter memories. Possibly erase it. It could be like a psychology tool. Vampires have blood awareness, which, yeah, we have a button for that. It's V. It's the V button. Alright, we just learned some hot vampire facts. And we have some more money, which is just sort of nice. Oh, yeah. Presumably that's pay for all of the hard work I've done grilling everyone in this hospital. The blood barrier. Coagulation. Oh, blood capacity. Blood capacity and absorption. We can get big thirst. Damn. Let's spend a little vampire power to increase our basic stats. I feel like I am frequently running out of stamina already. You gotta get the big sippy for the big thirsty. The only things that can quench it are blood and Sprite.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Answer the door. I think since we're at like a chapter break point, I will call this a half-decent time to quit. But I've had a good time with Vampyr, and I will probably just continue on stream at some point. I've said that before, and it's a pretty cursed statement. But as a spoiler for next week's content, I guess, my cool theme for next week, I was thinking I would make it actually continue shit week. So get back to some of those outstanding games I would like to continue. Cult of the Lamb, for example. Maybe actually Somnium Files finally. Figure out what I'm gonna do with Shin Megami Tensei, but probably also this, if I don't continue it more this week. But yeah, I was looking forward to this. It looked really interesting. I did not expect it to be so strongly narrative or elaborate. And it's really working for me. I'm having a really good time with it. And I'm glad everyone else seems to be too. Next couple days sometimes I will probably actually get to Vampire the Masquerade. There's a non-zero chance that I might just play this again, to be honest. But we'll see. We're kind of going for 4 this week. Maybe I'll get super adventurous and just do 5. Thank you once again for joining me. Don't let a doctor drink your blood while you sleep. Or do, I guess. It's a little sexy still. But only if he knows all of your secrets. Bye-bye. Sorry, I love you, dramatic violin, but we're still gonna do the thing. No, we're not. We're apparently not, because YouTube wants to load ads. Okay, there we go. I spared you 6 seconds about baguettes from Burger King. You're welcome.
Dracula. He was a vampire. He slept all day and slept all night. He had a craving for